Alright, so I guess this is like my first official video, so let's see. What do you do with people in your life that tell you you're not good enough for, someone you want to date, someone you want to be friends with or anything? They just tell you not good enough. Well, I mean, this is something a lot of people face. It could be parents, teachers, coworkers, bosses. Everyone just tells you you're not good enough. But I think you have to look into that a little bit more. Is it something you're doing wrong? Or is it just that expectations are too high? Because not in every single situation are you in the fault of being wrong. There. Sometimes people just want to be cruel. People want to be mean to you about it. So what do? First, I would say try to get whatever criticism you can, constructive or whatever you can. Constructive criticism, if given, can be a good way to look at yourself and say, okay, what can I do differently? What could I look to improve upon? Now, you also might get people that just tell you nothing or just give you vague answers that don't really help. Those kind of people, I don't know if you want to take their feedback and use that at all. I mean, if, for example, you're dating someone, they're just like, these people are better than you, and they don't tell you why these people are better than you. To some degree, that can be hurtful. And it doesn't really give you an idea of what you're doing wrong. It might not even be about you. It might be about the other person. So the important thing is to not beat yourself up over not being good enough. The important thing is to look at what you can do to improve yourself if there is something you need to improve. Because if there's nothing you need to improve that you're aware of, then maybe it is not about you, and it's about the other person. So that's what I think in regards to that. Now, there's also the case of you beating yourself up about not being good enough. Well, then you have to figure out, okay, why do I believe I'm not good enough? Why do I think that? Is it because of what other people have told me? Is it because of some insecurity I have about myself? That's something you have to figure out and determine. Because if it's insecurity, you have to figure out why you have that insecurity and then work on it. Fix that. Now, if it is about just anything else, like say not insecurity of self, but doubt, I suppose. Well, find some strength in those areas. See what you can do to improve in those areas, and maybe the doubt will start going away. But, yeah, generally, if you're having just a lot of people in your life telling you you're just not good enough, could it be you? Maybe. But it could also be them. So you have to look at everything in a more, I suppose not broad, but you have to start picking apart that and figuring out things without beating yourself up over it. And once you have that, once you can figure that out, then I feel you can start to look at, okay, what are the areas I need to improve in? What can I do to improve in these areas? And then go from there. But if you can't find an issue or a problem you have, you won't know to fix the issue or the problem that you have. And some people just throw problems and issues at you that you don't even have because it either A, makes them feel better, or B, because they don't even know what they're talking about. But you kind of have to be the best judge of that. And, unfortunately, we can be biased towards ourselves. Sometimes we can be unfairly biased to ourselves and beat ourselves up over something that might not be that big of an issue. Like, for example, let's just say people tell you, okay, you're not tall enough, you're not this, you're not that. Something that you can inherently not change about yourself. Well, it depends. Like, in just a relationship, I mean, it's kind of shallow, you know? However, if there's like a specific job or something you need to do where you need to be like a certain height, a certain weight, that makes sense. Because that can affect the performance on the job. Like, I mean, like, if you're telling like a certain athlete or something, like let's say like a football player or something, and saying, okay, well, you're too fat or something. You're 400 pounds. You're not a good football player. Well, I mean, more probably, depending on the position you play, that could be a definite factor where that is a problem. So that's a situation where it does make sense. However, in some situations, it just, I don't know, it doesn't have as much bearing. And sometimes you have to filter those kind of people out who always want to constantly tell you you're just not good enough because of something you physically cannot change about yourself. You should not beat yourself up because you're not tall enough. You're not, you know, sorry, I'm trying to think here. You're not tall enough. You have like the wrong eye color. You have the wrong skin color. You don't want to beat yourself up over things you cannot change. I mean, you can change your weight. It might not be the easiest thing to change, but you can change it. You you can change the color of your hair if you wanted to. Um, I mean, maybe with some surgeries you can change your face or shit like that, but for the most part, you really need to worry about making a lot of cosmetic changes to yourself. And you're making a lot of cosmetic changes to yourself to appease other people. It's probably easier just to get those people out of your life than to change yourself dramatically and cut yourself up in ways to appease people that probably just don't care about you in the first place. That's at least what I believe about that. Let me know what you think.